just started.
I better have it, because if I don't, I'm not relying on you, am I?
No, we're good.
Okay, hi everyone, thank you very much for coming. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Mark Phillips. I am the Premier Coach of the O3 Boys team. This very handsome gentleman on my left is Shane. Most of you probably know him. And the even more handsome gentleman on my further left is Christian. He's the assistant coach for the Premier team. And you all know Jens.
What's with the handsomeness?
I knew you'd pick up on that. The most handsome is over on my right.
That's correct.
So welcome everybody. I don't know this group, so a lot of you I haven't personally met. Some of you I know, but most of you I don't. I will be changing that through the course of this evening and as we go through the full season. We have some new players to the club. Is Hugo here? There he is. Hi Hugo.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, how's it going?
Oh, yeah, very good. Welcome. Thanks for joining us this season. We look forward to seeing you play.
You have another one? Andrew.
Where's Andrew?
Andrew Robin.
Oh, hi Andrew.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm fabulous. Thanks for coming.
And then we got Daniel up from, were you doing Select, right? Did you do Select last? No? Yeah, he's back with the Rush again, so it's good.
Thanks, Daniel.
You want to give a speech? Okay.
All right. You want to come and take the meeting? As you're new? Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should make the new guy stand up and do the meeting. Okay, so that's a bit about us. As I say, I'm the Premier Coach. Shane's in charge of the Nero team. Christian's going to assist me. And obviously we've got Jens here, who is the Technical Director for the boys. If you have any administration issues, any office issues, any registration issues, uniform issues, paperwork issues, please don't come to me because you won't get a response. You won't get it won't get fixed. That is not my bag. Speak to Kelsey. Get hold of Kelsey in the office, and she will help you. She will get you whatever you need. So yeah, don't come to me because I'm useless. As far as our team manager goes, for the O3 teams, we have Lorne. Keep the enthusiasm down. Stop it.
Welcome to the O3 Boys.
And for the Nero team, we have Sonia. Sonia here. There's Sonia. That was a little bit more enthusiastic, but not by a lot. As far as the treasurer goes for the Premier team, we are looking for a treasurer. Who would like to step up and take this enormous privilege on board?
Not all at once.
I guess
Did you not notice the way I looked at you?
I did. I was just hoping. I already knew that one.
No one else is capable of taking that role on, so you've got it.
Yay, Broncos!
Yes, teamwork.
And we've got Star for the Nero team. Thank you, Star. I'm not sure who the Nero travel coordinator is. Is that?
We've pretty much done
Sonia?
both. They just kind of jumped in and get it situated.
How about for the Premier team?
Oh, we all pitch in.
We all pitch in, so I put everybody.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
Whoever I can pawn it off.
Who has the nets and the flags?
I do.
Premier?
Zach. Owen.
Yes.
Zach?
And I have that and the bench to effectively delegate to a new volunteer.
And we could do that right now if you like.
We don't have very many people here, so we can do that. It'll be quick. We can get it situated on
You're
the
just going to
off-season.
volunteer someone?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
off-season.
I would do that for sure.
No, we'll figure it out.
Okay, as far has anyone got any questions on any of that? Sorry, before I move on. No, didn't think so. Okay, as far as our coaching philosophy goes, we are going to send out a follow-up email with regard to the player development concepts. for this particular age group. That will come via me and via Shane. So you will be getting a follow-up email with regard to that fairly soon. We will be incorporating the Rush core values in our on and off field activities for all of our players. The D3 rules with regard to guest players for this age group is a maximum of 4 guest players per game. And no player is permitted to play more than 2 games in a day.
And that only if they don't play in the same league. So if it should turn out down the road that both teams play in the same league, then at league games there's no guest playing allowed. Friendlies, there is guest playing allowed. If it should turn out that they play in separate leagues, then only the lower level team can guest play for the higher level team, but never the higher level team or players can play for the lower level team. That's IYSA rules. Just FYI.
Yeah, and with this age group, we're obviously not sure if both teams are going to be playing at the same level, so we don't know that at this point. As far as attendance, we expect to be informed as soon as you know that your player is not going to be attending a practice or a game. The sooner you can let me know or Shane know, the better organised we can be. I have had many situations where I've turned up on a Saturday to a game with boys that are a little bit older than this group, and I found out I've only got 7 players because the other 10 aren't available. It's not much fun. So if you can let me know as soon as you know, if you're not going to be available, if you know you've got something else, you're out of town, whatever it is, injury, whatever, the sooner you know that, the better off I am and the better prepared I can be, and then I can reach out to Shane and say, hey Shane, I need to steal someone this week, or I can go to the 04 group and say, we need 2 players this week to help us out. The earlier I can do that, the more likely I am to be successful in getting those players. You want to add anything on that?
No?
Okay.
You want us to text you?
I
Is that the best way?
Yeah, I mean, we just had this conversation with the 01s. I don't care how you contact me. It's whatever's easiest for you. Typically, phone or text is likely to get more attention quicker. As I said to the 01 group, if practice is about to start, my phone usually sits in my car. So it's unlikely that if you tell me 5 minutes, 10 minutes before practice that your son's not coming, that I'm going to know. You tell me before that, then obviously I'll know. There probably isn't much I can do about it, but the sooner you can let me know, the better. But yeah, if email is your preferred method of communication, I check email all the time, so if that's what you prefer, I'm fine with that. If you prefer to send me a text message, I'm fine with that. If you want to phone me, I'm fine with that. How about you?
Same.
For match days, we expect the players to be at the game 45 minutes before the kick-off, ready to start the warm-up. Not arriving 45 minutes before kick-off, sitting down having a chat with their mate, forgot their shin guards, couldn't need to go back to the car, get the shin guards, ready to go, 45 minutes before the game. If there is a situation that occurs that you're frustrated, or your player is frustrated, or you want to have an interaction, a dialogue with me, and it's after a game, make sure you wait 24 hours before that happens. It's much more likely that we'll find a clear resolution to that if we've allowed things to calm down. So make sure that whatever it is you want to talk about, you think about it, and then you come and talk to me about it on the Monday. We'll be practicing on the Monday, so we want the players to advocate for themselves at this age, so make sure that your players are the ones that are initiating that conversation. Okay?
Expectations as well, and I think that 24-hour rule is very, very good. If your child didn't come to 2 practices in the week, we can kind of expect that they're not going to get a ton of playing time if we have a game Saturday. Expect that, you know, and I'm a pretty realistic person and I understand things happen, but so far, so good with this age group, everybody's been pretty good about that, so, you work with me and I'll work with you on it, so.
The club operating process is that if you have an issue, you address it with either myself or Shane first. If we can't find a solution, we will then bring Jens in and ask Jens to help create or find a solution. But 99 times out of 100, we want to be organising those solutions with the players directly and giving them the solutions that are going to get the outcome that we're all looking for. So everything works a lot better when we're working together and we're working to find solutions rather than creating confrontation. So if you have a situation that you're frustrated with or you're not sure about or you want to get clarification on, that's great, but always come with a solution in mind. How do you want the problem to be solved? What are you looking for? And how are you going to create an outcome that's going to satisfy you and the rest of the team? And when we can do that, then everyone's moving in the same direction. Our team communication will primarily come through email via our team managers. And do you both use Teams now?
Mhm.
We can set it up if you want to do
I
that.
don't know anything about it.
Don't care.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, okay. Well, this is an application that everybody has to apply. You would have to put it on your phone. I think our team is so used to email now at this point, going,
I'm happy with email.
got it.
It's one less thing I have to learn.
Exactly.
And I think it works better for parents because Team Snap will send you notification after notification.
Yeah,
And
it's
when
a
you
pain
set
in
it
the
up and then
ass.
every time you make changes, your
Somebody sends
inbox
another
gets-
notification, you
Yep.
get,
Quit
Email.
making changes.
Oh, please believe
No.
me, last season.
Wasn't me, because
I
I
know,
wasn't using
it
it.
wasn't you. It was just the system.
In an emergency, we will contact players via phone tree. Any questions on any of that? Awesome. As far as the training calendar goes, there is street soccer going on right now. There's 2 more sessions of that tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Ann Morrison under the clock tower, and next Wednesday. That is the end of that one. Our regular practice sessions will start on November the 4th, which is the day after daylight savings, and we will train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday at Fairmont Park between 5 and 6:30 p.m. The training attire for both teams is grey shirt, black shorts, black socks. The game attire, if we are the away team, we will be in the blue and grey stripes. And white for the home games. You have a question?
yeah.
I can tell.
I know, it's right here. So, actually, how they have us on the Capelli to order yours, they have swapped it. So they made our blue and stripes as home, and our whites are away.
Okay.
Do you want to stay that way, or you want to change it?
No, we'll be wearing white if we're the home team, we'll be wearing blue if we're the away team.
Okay.
How we order it, I guess it doesn't really
Well,
matter.
I don't know why, I guess a lot of teams, a lot of states are changing to the darker
Yeah.
blues,
Uh-huh.
darker ones to be their home jerseys versus the lighter ones are now they're away.
Yeah.
I noticed that
Well,
with
if
the
you go and play,
regionals and
if
everything
you go and
else.
play in Arizona, they're already that way. If you go and play in Oregon, they're already that way.
Yeah, okay, I
So
just
we-
wanna make sure we're not trying to
Yeah, so,
incorporate ourselves like everyone else,
yeah, so in tournaments, we've come unstuck where we've turned up as the away team
yeah,
in the blues, and we're playing a team from Oregon, and they're in blue,
right,
because
that's their
that's
system.
their, yeah, they've reversed it, same
Yeah.
with the teams in Arizona.
Okay,
So, yeah.
so we'll just keep white as home and.
Yeah,
okay.
white's home
Okay.
and blue's away.
Okay.
Any questions on any of that?
The practice time is 5 to 6:30?
Yes. At Fairmont.
Do you have guest playing on there, in terms of guest playing, is that on the agenda?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
have a maximum of 4 guest players.
In terms of actually what it might look like, being able for you to train our Nero team, right, is that still in the, yeah, so, I think, what is it, once every 2 weeks, or
Every
what's
2
the?
weeks, yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna, there's always options, guys, in terms of movement up and down between the teams. So that's where a big part of it is making sure you're showing up to training, trying your best to get them there, because there has been quite a bit of movement within this age group with players going up and down. We're getting some pretty good looks, so, yeah, just a little heads up on that.
Yeah, at least once every other week I will run a session with all of the players together. So, I don't know if that'll be on a Monday, or if it'll be on a Thursday or a Tuesday.
We'll
Not
figure
sure
it
yet. Yeah, but we'll figure it out. But at least once every other week, I will be working with everybody. And the beauty of us putting both practice sessions together is I will be watching you all whether you know I am or not. So there will be plenty of opportunities for me to look over and see what Shane's doing with his group, and pay attention to what you're doing, because you're just going to be over there. So that's why we did it. So we keep both teams practicing at the same time. Okay, so as far as the Premier team goes, the fall travel options are Thanksgiving, the Seattle Starfire College Showcase, the Las Vegas College Showcase, or Surf Cup. All three of those are over Thanksgiving. There's the tournament in Portland on December 7th to 10th, and a tournament in January 4th to 11th in Seattle. Those are the options for being seen by college coaches. We can discuss it separately, but those are your options as to what you want to do. And obviously we've got to get a consensus from the team as to what everybody wants to do, so that we're going to go to this tournament or that tournament. As far as the Nero team,
We'll do the same thing.
you want to talk about the options?
I have it on the phone, we can just talk about it, we can look at dates, do kind of the same. I'm more open, so I don't know if the options are more limited because you have the other teams and stuff, so,
Yeah.
yeah, so our options are more open on that, so.
Yeah.
Then we'll meet and talk about that.
Okay, as far as the Premier team is concerned,
We got a question.
oh,
Please
sorry,
repeat those options.
yes,
There were 3 options over Thanksgiving, Seattle,
There
Las
is.
Vegas, and what was the third?
San Diego Surf Cup, which is an outstanding tournament. You have to apply for it. It's questionable if we'll be accepted or not. If we are, we probably should do it. If we're not, then we'll have to look at other options.
So are we only looking at doing that one tournament in the fall, out of all of them, or are you planning on doing two?
Just like we did last year.
Just one?
It's up to you. I mean, you know, as I said to the 01, 02 group earlier, the more showcases you go to, the more opportunities you get to see other college coaches. It's entirely up to you. It's whatever you want to do as a group. I don't mind. So yeah, it's your choice. Did you get the December and January tournament as well?
Missed the January one. What was that?
That's in Seattle, 4th to the 11th. Yeah, it's an ID camp.
Are you guys, you're gonna send all this out and
No, you've got to remember it.
Yeah, I've got a list, we'll kind of just talk, and then if it's
brain
something.
doesn't work anymore.
But here pretty soon, probably by the end of, we need to start applying here probably
Yes.
pretty soon,
Yeah,
so
we've got
I'll,
to make some decisions quickly.
yeah, we'll make the communication happen. So.
But there's a test before you leave the building. If you don't complete the test accurately, you don't get to leave.
That's why I wrote it down. Leave it.
As far as the spring travel options, we will do the Rush Exchange at the end of March, and we will do the Performance Cup at the end of April. We then also have a Las Vegas tournament in February 16th to 18th, or March 8th to 10th, as the travel option for the spring. And I believe you did the March. Did you do the March one last year in Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same thing, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Awesome. Any questions on that? No? Perfect. Medical release forms are over here. Please make sure you complete them and update them. so that the office can get the changes into Got Soccer. Make sure the medical release paragraph is signed at the bottom of the form. Copies of birth certificates for our new players need to be returned to the office, and headshots, photos taken for your player card.
Please update those. We have several of the kids are a lot younger than they should.
Yeah, you're supposed to look like your player card.
They do glamour shots at Macy's, they do a really good job, so,
Speaking from experience.
yeah. Had a mullet in my last one.
Everyone's familiar with the ordering of the new uniforms? Everyone gone through that already?
No, they haven't sent us an email yet.
No? Okay. Is
No,
that
probably
coming in?
not. So, as soon as we are done here, everyone from you can grab one of those sheets. There are in different rooms samples where you can go in. You can try it on. You can order a large shirt and an extra small shirt, a short if you wanted to, so you can mix and match. In terms of socks, shoe sizes matched up with the sock sizes, so you make all those notes. On the back of it, it's explained what will happen. You will get an email, not from Kelsey, from Capelli, and on the email you get, it is explained what to do and how to do it. And on here, everything stays on what is ordered through Capelli, and there is an actual, on the bottom line, it says, for like you used to, you get 3 new practice shirts and you get an exceptional ball. I talked with Mark about it. Will be a custom-made rush ball. This quality, Nike or Adidas, $50 to $60. The ball itself, we get 3 shirts and the ball for $50, like you used to when the practice time comes closer. Give the $50 to the treasurer or to the manager. Manager turns it in, and you get your ball. I would strongly recommend everyone writes the name on it and a phone number. Just the name might not help if someone strange finds it, picks it up, who doesn't know the player.
So Capelli does have the jerseys and the shorts to offer for you to buy, but I wouldn't because you have to get those.
Which one, sorry, say that again?
The Capelli ones, so when you get onto the link to order your clothes, they do offer practice jerseys,
The Capelli training jersey that you
and
guys
training
use?
shorts and socks and everything else, but you don't have to get those.
Okay, so
But
it's not,
what you see on the wall is what the suggestion is what you're gonna get online and the cost.
so it is not required to get the Capelli training jersey?
No,
No.
you're, because you have to
Because
have.
for
Yeah,
our
these
other
ones.
kids it was
Right,
required,
so-
that's why I'm confused.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
so-
it's not.
No, training jersey.
And you can take any black socks or any black shorts
Yeah.
you have. That's good enough.
So the $50 has to go to your manager or our treasurer.
me.
Oh, from your team, okay?
Is
So-
the backpack required?
Was that?
Is the backpack required?
Yes. Because it's no longer Adidas, it's gonna have, you have the option of putting their number on it, you don't have to, but it does have the Rush logo, whole different backpack and look and everything, so it's 2 years that you can keep it for forever.
Yeah, and in terms of the numbers, every returning player keeps his number.
Yeah,
The new guys can pick from the numbers on the line. I need to know before you leave, so I can get it to Kelsey, and Kelsey can put it in the system, and then the system gets it to Capelli. Capelli gets the email to you, and you can go for it. So far, we have pretty fast turnaround times. We had 4 to 6 days. So far, they are pretty good in sending stuff out. If you have multiple kits, there is a way. You get, let's say you get an email from the 03s, you log into this, you order your 03 stuff, but you have an 07 daughter as well. You go on the somewhere on the left hand side must be other teams. You go to your daughter's team, you pack this and you put it all in the cart, and then you get it shipped to you. So you don't have to check out and do the same again. So this way you save some shipping cost.
Apparently it wasn't that case. We had a couple of kids from my daughter's team, they have multiple siblings, they tried to do that. They had to pay separate shipping for all the kids.
No, it should work. I just went to the Rush Summit and we had the Capelli
Yeah.
guy there, and
Because
so.
we already ordered for our daughter, so it's because we
No,
came later.
I
than
brought
we-
this specifically up there, and
Yeah.
that's the way to go. There must be. I didn't look it up,
Yeah.
and they didn't put it on the whiteboard, but there must be on the left side. Must be all the teams listed from Idaho Rush, and if you just go you finish Armand's order, put it in the shopping cart, and then you pick out the team from your daughter 06 team, go in there, put everything in the order, and then you ship out. The typical shipping cost is $16. If you go for multiple kits, it gets more expensive because it weighs more. But there is a way to do it all in one order. I brought this specifically up, and that's what they told me.
Okay. And then do this age group, do they need to buy a new backpack? Because I know a lot of parents bought it last year.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes,
Yeah.
because it's Capelli.
I just answered that question.
And so
Yeah,
just that you know, there is an 8-year contract with Capelli, so it will not next year that we ask you to buy a Puma backpack now. So
We'll all be giving you backpacks at the end of the school season and they're done. You'll have multiples.
yeah.
We can send them to Africa, there's kids there that will probably be a bit desperate for them. Where do I get to? Okay, so our treasurers, can we get together and put together estimated budgets prior to each season, the fall and the spring? And then we will need to get money in as quickly as possible. Yeah, that's for you. All team fees, payments will go to the treasurer and be deposited into the team account, and we will pay the team expenses from there. Travel expenses will be calculated and divided by the number of players travelling. The more players that we can get to travel will decrease the overall costs. So
Just to
we'll need
this
try and figure
point,
that out.
even if your player, so if the team decides, the group decides, we go to this tournament, you decide, okay, my player doesn't go out of for whatever reason, you still have to pay the portion on the tournament entry fee as well as on the coach's expense. You don't have the hotel and the flight for your son, but the fee, what is tournament fee, as I said, coach's expense, you still pay your portion, you go or you don't go, just to be clear. And on a different note, make sure if you book flights, let's assume we would go on and apply for Surf Cup, Thanksgiving. If you go ahead and you gamble that we get accepted and you buy a flight, make sure it's refundable. Because if the flight is not refundable and we get not accepted, you hang on the flight. And we had this happen before, and then they blamed us because we told them we want to go there. So the club is not responsible for it. If you go and you jump the gun, make sure either you're Southwest, I think they credit the full amount to you, or you get a refundable flight to be on the safe side. Just that it happened in the past, I just want to make everyone aware it's up to you.
Yeah, we don't want to be making any travel arrangements until we know where we're going. Any other business? There is a US versus Mexico arena game down in Boise at CenturyLink on August the 10th at 7 p.m. The tickets are $20 each, and $5 of that will come back to the club as a fundraiser. As this group of boys aren't getting together until November, it would be a great idea to see if we can get them together for that, to have a team building evening and go and watch some soccer together. So we could probably do that as a larger group with both squads and see if we can really take over the place. On the Premier's team, we still have roster spots available. So if any of you players in the Nero or the Premier team are looking to add your friends to the team, by all means let them know to get in touch with me. If you want to add them to the Nero team, obviously they need to get in touch with Shane. Yeah, but we are actively looking to increase the size of the squad from where we are right now. Okay. Got anything that you would like to add?
I know, we'll just talk, the Nero team will kind of meet and we'll talk about some of the options for traveling or staying in town both spring and fall. So we're usually pretty good at getting that figured out. So other than that, everything you said, just kind of mirror it. It's good.
Cool. Anyone got any questions on anything else that we maybe haven't covered?
How many on the team are you looking for?
We've got 14 that are confirmed on the roster right now. So we would like to get that to around 18, if possible. So we're 4 short right now.
Do you have a goalie confirmed?
No. He hasn't signed up.
He confirmed, but he didn't sign up yet.
Yeah.
Well, we know how Javier operates, so.
Yes. Good luck to me.
Any other questions? No? All sure? Thank you all very much for coming.
So Nero, parents, everybody, if you wanna come over here. we
No, you
start.
can go back there in the meeting room.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,